I'm Sherry Hilton, your Alberta Party candidate in the Peace River riding. I've just returned from High Level, where I got to take part in a forum hosted by the High Level Chamber of Commerce. Following this forum, I spent the day going door to door, reaching out to people in the community and letting them know about Sherry Hilton, the Alberta Party, and listening to their concerns. There were three key issues that kept coming up both at the forum and while talking with people door to door. Three of the main key issues were healthcare was number one, mental health and addiction services was second, and seniors care came in third. Three very, very important issues which I would like to address. Healthcare is such an important issue, especially in northern Alberta. We have such diverse rural areas and have to travel for so many reasons, whether it's to get cancer treatment, orthotic treatment, heart specialists, and it's very inundating to have to travel the kilometers that we have to travel to these healthcare facilities. Even, all the work time we lose, having to book time off to take these trips, the cost to us as we're having to book hotels and have long-term stays in the cities. Sometimes we get there just to find out our appointment has been canceled. We've been bumped, and that happens far too often than it should. An Alberta Party government would really like to start off, we need to improve healthcare facilities in all rural communities where we do make available a one-stop medical center where not only can I go and see my doctor, I can go and get that x-ray, I can go for some physio, I can have that ultrasound, I can get my blood work done. There's a pharmacy there if I choose to use it, and on from there. And there was even talk at a recent forum of how to improve our hospitals and the use of the surgery rooms. Some of them, like in High Level, there's an operating room that has never been used, this beautiful facility. And there's several reasons for that. But we were discussing things like, let's expand even on our students. And when we're training medical doctors, if maybe each rural area had a specialty, maybe one's orthotics, one is, for kidney treatment, things like that. And doctors in their specialty work there, and students while interning go there. And then we can diversify what services are available in our communities. And it's a win-win for the schools, it's a win-win for the doctors, and the citizens of these communities. An Alberta Party government would make strategic investments in healthcare to improve service and reduce costs. We would reverse the PC's billion-dollar cut to healthcare and guarantee stable funding that matches population growth and inflation. We would reduce operating costs by investing in long-term care beds that will free up acute care beds in our hospitals and ensure that patients are not being treated in hallways. We would reduce operating costs in our acute care system by investing in preventative care. An Alberta Party government would ensure seniors can live comfortably in their own homes longer through better home care. We would invest in critical health infrastructure projects that have long been delayed by the PCs. And we would improve access to mental health and addiction treatment. Mental health and addiction issues are something that is very close to my heart. As a mother of a young man who suffered through 10 years of addictions, I can tell you how it hits home, how it affects everyone, including the person that is suffering from that addiction. It's so important to have systems in place in all of our communities where we can reach out for help, no matter what age we are, whether they're our sons, our daughters, our mothers, our fathers, or even our grandparents. There's so many ways that we need to work to better our communities and have these services available. It's just so important, and I'm so proud to say that today my son is a recovered addict. He's working in the social workers field. He is helping to help others fight their addictions and work on their mental health issues. He's walked the walk, and now he's able to take what he's learned and bring that forward in that experience, and he's turned his life right around. The Alberta Party will create a mental health strategy for the province and expand access to a treatment for addiction. Mental illness and substance abuse have devastating impacts on individuals, on our families, and our communities. And pretending there isn't a problem is no longer an option. Families struggling with these types of illnesses need to know that help is there for them when they need it, and before their situation gets worse. We can't be paying $30,000 to send our sons and daughters and family members into private care. We need to know that it's there for them, that we can access it. We're not on extensive waiting lists, watching them fall through the cracks. And an Alberta Party government would develop a province-wide mental health strategy that treats mental health in the same way that we address physical health. Seniors care is a very important issue for the Alberta Party and myself. The Alberta Party's vision for the future is that we will support seniors of all abilities to live safe, vibrant, and dignified lives in their communities. The Alberta Party envisions an Alberta where all seniors have access to supports that assist them to live independently in their communities, and that seniors' well-being is maintained through a diversity of safe and affordable living options. Living options is a topic that came up for seniors at a recent forum where I got a little upset because there was the talk of privatization, and the Conservative government is very much for privatizing seniors' health care. I'm against it. At least it should only be a small percentage. To have too much, in private care, it can't work. It becomes for profit. Too many of us won't be able to afford it. I know I wouldn't be able to afford private care. It becomes for profit, and the care isn't there in that quality of care that comes in so many other facilities. I saw our own Grammy in Stettler. They were wonderful with her. Stettler Hospital there has a seniors facility attached right to the hospital. They were very loving, very caring, and you knew that if something happened right down the hallway were the doctors and the nurses that could tend to her and take care of her. They weren't so far removed that she had to take a 50-kilometer ambulance ride to get that care. This is what we need, is to have everything in one spot so that we're safe. And I think it's something we all deserve, our parents deserve, and us too when we reach that golden age. An Alberta Party government will recognize the value of older Albertans. An Alberta Party government will adopt the following objectives to immediately improve seniors' lives. And they would be to provide quality public home care support that recognizes the full range of services that seniors need in order to stay in their own homes as they age. We would ensure quality, affordable, long-term care facilities are available, which allow couples to stay together when they require a higher level of care. And we would impose a moratorium on converting long-term facilities to assisted living facilities. We would create advisory councils for all senior care facilities, which is very important. Seniors need to have a voice in their care and have representation. And lastly, we would appoint an independent seniors advocate that would report directly to the legislature. Seniors matter, we care, and the Alberta Party is listening.